eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my
Good Monday morning, everybody.
Good Monday morning, everybody.
We are here with, it is Paul.
And it is Corey.
I got him. I got
And
him.
it is
I always
us.
get him. It is us.
It is us.
Us.
Hey guys, we miss y'all we had an awesome time flying around with Mike
I
Robertson
heard.
and Mark Johnson.
I
It was
heard.
fun,
I
man.
bet it looked fun.
New guy Josh flew a plane.
That is awesome.
His parents barely trust him with a car.
I watched the video,
It's good.
the majority of it, and probably my favorite part of it is my partner Leggett's little boy. He was off the chain.
He had
At the beginning.
dude had a blast.
He was
out there.
not. I guess maybe were there not a lot of people around when
Yeah.
when you did the little opening with him and you and him in the camera?
There were. We were just separated.
Okay, he must, because I don't know if he's shy or not. I don't know. I feel like he's.
Dude had a blast.
He
But
did.
I mean, you get to ride in a helicopter and an airplane in the same day. That's
that was a
that's
trip.
huge.
But I love the good. That was good footage, man. That was good stuff.
Good stuff.
Loved it. That was good. I wish I could have been there, but I had one last beach trip to get in with the girlfriend. She starts school soon.
Yes.
So we had to go ahead and get that
Yes.
done. But I'm
Yes.
glad everybody had a good time. Success is success, whether I'm there or not.
Hey, and Suzanne, thanks for all the invites. That's cool. That's
Yes.
awesome. We got a lot of new followers, and if you're a new follower, thank you. We're about to cross over 600 now. So thank you. We're gonna run another competition
Yeah, she
soon.
did. Suzanne really did.
She
That was
dropped
awesome.
the bomb.
She did. What,
Awesome.
over 2,000?
Yeah, 2,500 invites.
Whew.
Hey, you give us 2,500 invites, we'll put you in an airplane.
Talk about spreading
Put
the
you
word.
on a
That is
Boeing.
awesome. That's good stuff. We thank you so much. But yeah,
Continental,
uh-huh.
U.S. Airways,
And you had a helicopter.
and a helicopter.
Oh my goodness.
I learned a lot about helicopters.
Did you?
I'm almost a pilot now.
That's awesome stuff, man. Awesome.
I feel like I'm certified to fly.
Big things happening at Beyond Limits.
However,
You can't slow the train down, people. It just keeps going faster, building momentum. So,
random fact of the day.
random fact of the day, we got a good one for you. Let's go ahead and get it started. A single strand of hair can hold up to 3 ounces of weight. That means the typical person's full head of hair can support up to 12 tons. Wow.
12 tons.
12 tons a full head of hair could potentially support. 12 tons, I find that hard to believe.
What's a ton? It's over 2,000.
2,000 pounds.
So 2,000 pounds. So 12 tons,
24,000
pounds. I doubt my head of hair can hold 24, just because I'm lacking on the sides.
Yeah.
You can't tell it until I look down.
Don't be talking about lacking hair, man. I don't want to talk about that on this show.
24,000 pounds. So if you're ever in a bind and you need to MacGyver your way out,
Yeah.
then get to shaving.
Just let my hair grow out.
Let your hair grow out. 24. So wow, that's a lot that your hair can support.
Yep.
I wonder if that's like, hey, you've been putting like Pantene Pro V conditioner in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all conditioned up and good and strong. 'Cause
That's some
I
good
got
stuff.
feeble hair. What about beard hair?
I don't know.
I feel like my beard hair could support it.
I don't know. That's interesting, but I mean, the fact alone, the random fact of that alone, 12 tons, that's impressive. So there you go, guys.
There you go.
We're getting to have, they're getting better and better and better.
I like them. This new site's good.
I do. So,
Yeah.
we're here to give you a great devotion.
We are,
Random
in fact.
facts are cool, but hey, the coolest part of this time with you guys is the devotions that we bring to the table. So, without any further ado,
let's get it started. And this way, we're gonna today we're gonna kind of step back from D6 for just a bit. Sorry, but this is a good one, man. I feel some people needed this one. We're gonna go to Luke chapter 8. Verses 26, and we're gonna read on. I'm gonna get it up. It's gonna be a lot of reading, so I'm gonna zoom through it, but it's really important, so pay attention.
come on!
Right. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Get it up. Then the they is Jesus and his disciples, sailed to the country of the Gadarenes, which is opposite of Galilee. When Jesus had stepped out on land, there met him a man from the city who had demons for a long time. He had worn no clothes, and he had not lived in a house, but among the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him and said with a loud voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me." For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For many a time it had seized him. He was kept under guard and bound with chains and shackles. But he would break the bonds and be driven by the demon into the desert. Jesus then asked him, he's talking to the demon, "What is your name?" And he said, "Legion, for many demons have entered him." And they begged him not to command them to depart into the abyss. Now a large herd of pigs was feeding there on the hillside, and they begged him to let them enter these. So he gave them permission. Then the demons came out of the man and entered the pigs, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and drowned. When the herdsmen saw what had happened, they fled and told it in the city and the country. Then the people went out to see what had happened, and they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had gone sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. And those who had seen it told them how the demon-possessed man had been healed. Then all the people of the surrounding country of the Gadarenes asked him to depart from them, for they were seized with great fear. So Jesus got into the boat and returned. The man from whom the demons had gone begged that he might be with him. But Jesus sent him away, saying, "Return to your home and declare how much God has done for you." And he went away, proclaiming throughout the whole city how much Jesus had done for him. Right before this text takes place, Jesus has just calmed the storm. They're crossing the Sea of Galilee. A storm comes up. The disciples are scared to death. They think the boat's taking on water. They go downstairs and Jesus is asleep, sound asleep in the middle of the storm. He gets up, peace be still, and the storm stops. So that has just taken place before where we start right now. They get out on dry land. This demon-possessed guy comes up to him, and it's funny. First thing that happens is he says, "Son of the Most High God, what have you to do with me?" This guy has never met Jesus before.
Right.
Okay? But he immediately calls him Son of the Most High God. Did you know that at this point in his ministry, the disciples that had been with him so far up to this point didn't even recognize him as the Son of God? Just a few verses earlier, they were terrified that he had calmed the storm. They hadn't made the correlation that, hey, we're with God. They hadn't made that link yet. But as soon as he steps out on dry land, this demon, this guy runs up to him, and we're able to see this conversation between good and evil, between God and Satan. And the disciples are along for the ride of this. And I can only imagine what in the world they're like, what's happening here? I mean, what are we watching here? Now, I want you to understand, because here's the point of this: taking on territory. Anytime that you as a Christian try to take on territory for God, notice the first attack that comes. We didn't read about it, but we referenced it, the storm. There's going to be a storm that's going to happen in your life, whether that happened when you were 4, 5, 6 years old, or maybe it's recent. Anytime you make a conscious decision to take on territory for Christ, for God, to spread the gospel message, you'll be reminded of this storm. Now, when it doesn't work, and we're kind of skimming over a lot. This is a whole huge sermon that I did, and this takes a while. But after this first line of attack, because Jesus, you're dealing with the Son of God here. Mm-hmm. You're dealing with Jesus. Yeah. Peace be still. So notice the second line of attack. Okay? Second line of attack is pleading for mercy. They go down and they beg. They beg not to be taken out of the territory. Okay? Don't cast us into the abyss, is what it says. Okay? Because when you look at this as not just, I don't want you to be confused about Satan. Satan is not random. Satan is not all over the place and chaotic. It may seem, and he may seem that way, but he's not. What you experience, Christians, is an organized, very strategic attack from Satan. It seems disorganized. He seems like he operates in chaos, but he's not. Everything that has led, all those storms, okay? And I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to think about the storms in your life that have led you to today, Monday the 20th. Think about them and how you can let them affect you. Mm-hmm. Maybe you've been told you're not good enough. Maybe you've been told you'll never amount to anything. Maybe you're at your job. Maybe at your job, a lot of things are just going really bad right now, and you're just feeling horrible. Now, you can let that affect you and say, you know what, I'm not taking on territory for God. And what we mean by taking on territory is spreading the good news of the gospel. That's what we're talking about. You can let those storms affect you, and then Satan wins right out the gate. Mm-hmm. The enemy wins right out the gate. Or you can say, you know what, no, never mind. I'm going to press on for God despite whatever storms may have happened in my life when I'm fighting. Maybe I was told I wasn't good enough. I don't care, because I find all my hope in God. Okay? So then Satan pleads for mercy. And notice what he calls him. When Christ is talking to the demon-possessed man, he says, what is your name? He calls him, he says, we are legion. Now, legion is a military term. Remember, strategic attacks. Satan is organized. It's a military term, meaning 1,000. It's like a brigade. It's like a company, a regiment. So they have, think about it, 1,000 demons in this one man. That's a lot.
A lot of demons.
That's a lot of demons in this one man. He was cast out of the city. He's cutting himself. He's living in the tombs. Nobody wanted him around, and that's where he's at. Right. Okay? It's funny. They asked Christ, they said, don't make us leave the territory. Don't cast us into the abyss, because they had gained territory. Now, he cast them into swine, which are pigs, hogs, pigs. And ultimately they go down in and they drown into the pond, the lake that was there. Through this interaction, because this is what we're getting to, and this is how we're going to kind of sum up this one point. Through this interaction, they fight through the storm. They fight through the, oh, please don't come here, please, don't make us leave, because that's going to happen. After your storm, you're going to show up, and then there's going to be this side that's going to make it look good, not to tell the gospel. Hey, if you just go watch this bad movie, go listen to these bad music, and kind of get you sidetracked and lose focus. That's going to happen. I mean, this is organized. You can plan on this, okay? You can plan on this. And then after all this, after the storm, after the, hey, please don't make us leave, look what happens. The entire town, through this one crazy man who is demon-possessed, gets cast out. The entire town comes out to see Jesus. The entire town comes out and says, hey, who is this? Because we've seen dude over here cutting himself. We've sent him out of the town, and now he's in his right mind and he's acting right. Who is the guy who did this? And the entire town is witness to, because Jesus took time to talk to this, because he fought through the storm. Because he went head to head with Satan and didn't give up, and now an entire town is witness to because of this one incident. Now, what does this mean for you? You want to witness to Greenville, do it one person at a time. If you get a platform, you can do it more, do it. Don't let the storms in your life that maybe they happened back when you were 2 or 3, maybe it's an abusive relationship, maybe it's relationships in between. We don't know, but nobody is sitting here today without some sort of storm in their past.
Right.
You're not. Now, you can let your past storms define who your present is. You can. That's easy to do. It's easy to sit back and believe a lie that you're nothing. But I tell you what, Christ thinks you're enough to leave heaven, come to earth, and just be beaten, ridiculed, spit on, die on a cross, because you are something to him. So don't believe that lie. And you keep taking on territory for Christ. And fight for it. Fight for your territory, and don't you dare give up. This was a long one. I'm sorry, but we kind of stepped back. I saw this, and I just feel like some people are in a place right now where they could kind of sit back and be like, you know what? Maybe it's not worth it, but it is worth it. I promise you, it is worth it. That's a lot. Go.
So now I got to follow up with all that.
Yeah,
very good
man,
job.
Sorry.
No. There's no need to be sorry. You brought this to my attention, this story, more than a couple times, and I really like it. It'll never get old, because I'm going to put this in a lot more, I guess, layman's terms, so to speak. So the way I look at it is, before you get saved, and even after you get saved, basically I believe there's basically a battle for souls, so to speak.
Yep.
There is. People want to say, oh, that's just really over dramatic. No, it's not. It's real. When we're all conceived, we're all born. When till the time you take your last breath, Satan is always trying to gain you. He's always trying to get you. He always wants you in his corner. Because, you mean nothing to him, but you mean everything to God. But you gotta, you have this thing called free will, and you have to exercise it if you really want to get to that supreme side, and you really want to get to that salvation and sanctification. The way you do it is you have to resist, and it's not gonna be easy at first, guys. It's really not. when we talk about, remember when we first started talking about doing these devotions, and it's hard. It's hard to find time to break away and do them. Your dad and your mom came and they actually watched us one night.
Yeah.
Do it, and one of your dad's first question to me was, have you observed any opposition from the devil? The devil works, like Paul said, he is not all around just, disorganized. He is meticulous. He has a plan for you, just like God has a plan for you. The devil has his own schemes, his own ideas, how to wreck your world and get you to be eternally damned in hell with him, and he is working at it every second of every day. He is, you guys. You got to believe that. You can't believe in God and believe in heaven and not believe that there is the enemy, which is Satan. I'm telling you, he exists, and he's all the time looking for how to make you screw up and how to get you to remember things that you were trying to forget. I mean, you could literally look at a spot on a wall and it triggers something in your brain. Your devil probably told you to look there or something and whatever, and all of a sudden you're thinking about things that happened 15, 20 years ago, and you're thinking, why am I in this low spot now? I'll tell you why. It's because it's not by accident. I'm telling you guys, you have to resist. That's what, if I had to leave you guys with anything today, I would say resist the devil and run towards Christ. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Everything we do, every situation we're presented with is a part of a holy war. And I'm telling you guys, you have to win it, and you will win it. I'm telling you, all you got to do is press into Jesus. That's all you got to do is press into Jesus, and you will be fine. Always seek to get rid of things that you have never been able to get rid of. Like Paul gave good examples. It's small things, guys. Changing your very being and the very body that you walk in, because the mind is a powerful, powerful thing, and it really can dictate everything you do. It can change who you are. That's why you need to really work on your mind. Work how you perceive things. Work on prayer. Prayer changes and shifts the way your mind looks at things, and things that used to get you all kind of, rambunctious and worked up. If you continue to press into the good Lord, I'm telling you, the more you will have control of your spirit, and you'll be able to just shun things that just have no business being in your mind and making you fall off course. If you seriously think about how to look at things from a different perspective, you will change the way you eat, you'll change the way you listen to music, change the television programs you watch, change the people. That's another thing of opposition from the devil. Some people, when you start to get saved and you start to walk on that new path, you're going to lose people.
Yeah.
You really are. That's a hard thing for people to bargain with. It's a hard thing for people to accept. God, he's not my friend anymore. Why? Oh, because I won't go out and party with him and do drugs on Saturday night. I just won't. I won't roll into work hungover and drunk from from partying the night before. I won't cheat on my wife. I won't do this. All these things, all these companions you used to think were your best friends and you could never let go, they're not going to want to be around you anymore, because you're not that cool person that does the things that they love to do. There's a reason for that, because now you're a child of God. There's no place for that in your life anymore. Oh, did I do that?
Let's go on and carry this to an hour.
Yes.
We're good.
No, I'm being
Stay
serious.
tuned.
There's a way.
It's good stuff, man.
We could go on and on and on, but that's the best way I could do it. Resist the devil, run towards Jesus. It is an all-out war, and Satan is always trying to win it. It's a real thing. The enemy is real, guys. The atmosphere is emotionally charged, spiritually charged. I believe that every breath you take, every picture that your eyes capture, there's an intricate design that you could either sway one way or the other, and you just always need to try to sway towards Jesus. That's the way. That's all I'm going to leave you with, guys. God bless you. Good words, Paul. We got to thank Randall House.
Yes, Randall House.
D6, SCI Technologies. I got my mind right today. I always try to say two names at once.
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody had a good time with flying. That looked like it was a ball. It's truly wonderful to see guys come out with us and have a good time. Continue to spread the word, like, share, and subscribe. View us. We love you guys. We love the feedback we're getting. Continue to watch, guys. God bless you.
Yep. Paul.
And Corey.
Out.
Out.